can do it the easy way or the hard way. The choice is yours.
Choice is always yours. Easy way or the hard way. Fuckers. That's a hippie. How are you doing?
I am recovering from um, uh, ball game last week.
Gee.
Uh, Listen, there's a lot. I think I actually might have strained something, honestly, because like the next day, I felt my brain pulsing in my skull. You know what I'm saying? I kept getting shut up, nigga.
That's
I
how it
kept,
be though.
I kept getting lightheaded, and I kept googling. I was like, could you strain something from yelling too loud? Could you like your blood pressure go up? Could you burst like a blood vessel? I'm over here chat GPTing and googling and shit like I bust a blood vessel or some shit. Like why?
When your blood pressure up doing that.
Right? I was like, did I run my blood pressure up?
And
Like what?
yeah, you could also got to have a stroke from this.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Like,
That's what. Listen. I'm
oh,
trying not to get
man.
too excited to strain my voice, but yes, that's what I read too. That could cause a stroke, and I'm like, wait a minute, like, yeah, I was really going through it yesterday. So I was just laid up for real, um, drinking water, laying down, and trying to rest because that shit was wild, and yeah, so I'm just recovering from that, bro.
Boy, my birth.
Oh yeah.
I ain't shit. That has got luxury. That's what I consider. Like after you survive, and they, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and really just rest from all the life falls from you. That was just feel like not being out because I think just innately as a man out, especially with your she's still it's still like a percentage protective instinct that pretty much always kicks in because you're at the mercy of the world. You're out. Run into anyone, to a crazy person. You can run into uh, all type of dangers and threats. And with you already having your better half there with you, I believe that that plays a part, a level still of heightened awareness that you have to have just as a man. So I think to me, it was just beautiful being able just to lay in the bed, catch up on all the show. Like I just finished Raising Canaan. Like
Nigga, that show been over since like May.
right, but this is just how much time and you know what I'm saying, like dedication and focus I have on life. That hey, it's
Well, shit,
slipped
what you
through
been watching?
me. I don't. Shit.
Oh, you don't get it. You don't have time. You don't have a
Oh, you
chance?
know what? I did start a new show. My homeboy Justin put me on this shit. It's on Apple TV. Dope Thief. Oh, that shit is great.
What's it about?
It's about these two brothers. One of them is adopted. And they basically go around dressed up like federal agents while robbing dope, like the big dope deal plugs. And where it started off is they ended up robbing one of the people from the cartel, and which led them down a bigger rabbit hole. And oof, I'm talking about just Apple TV is goaded for gore. I would say that because some of the stuff, some of the ways that they were finding these people dead, I'm like, yo, ooh, Jesus.
Really? I know Apple TV. I mean, they
Yes.
got that production value. I do know that. You know what I'm saying? But,
Bruh.
like their shows, all their shows look like They belong on like HBO or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Look, boy, they found one dude. It was a tree stump, and they had him. He was shot in the head, but they had his hand on the tree stump. Big axe right there in his hand, but it was also broke the other way. So like my arm being this way, imagine it broke that way.
Oh no!
With the bone out.
Oh, and they
I
showed
was
it.
Like, ooh.
Oh yeah, see, I can't watch stuff like that.
Good Jesus, that shit is wild. I ain't gonna lie, it got a lot of plots and twists. Like on one of the at the beginning of the rabbit hole, they're still following the hierarchy and the dope, and they end up killing a DEA agent who is undercover CI, and just so happened when they went to rob this particular person, they were dressed as DEA agents. So when they came in, like, DEA, she was like, the fuck if you is DEA? And then ended up, getting herself killed.
God damn.
But after all the smoke cleared and they were going around trying to ID everybody, found out she was a DEA agent.
Oh, okay.
And that's how she knew you
You
were
weren't
DEA
DEA.
agent. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. But real good show. I mean, I ain't that far. I think I'm at like episode 5, 6, one of them.
Well, I will wait for you to relay the messages back because I can't watch nothing gory like that. Now, I do love me a good thriller. I love me a good psychological thriller. And, as I get up there in, my late 30s, I am finding that I really do like the crime documentaries, like the what is it, true crime podcast, whatever.
Yeah.
Like you
That's
give me a missing person. Listen,
world.
you give me a missing person, huh? A missing person, a cold case. I'm locked in. I'm locked the fuck in.
Speaking about cases, nigga, oh my God, this nigga, Govan. Govan is one of the people in the Young Dolph murder. So I have been, following the last portion of the murder trial. Anyway, this nigga got found not guilty on all charges. And his role in this was to be the guy who issued out the payment. So he was telling killers in the street what the amount was on Young Dolph's head and all of this stuff. So that's the part he played. However, he got found not guilty on all these charges. I'm like, I'm salty because I'm a Dolph fan. Nigga, like not Dolph stan. I would say I'm a Dolph stan because even the case itself, I believe by me never meeting Dolph and never like getting anything from him except motivation and good music, I think I'm way too emotionally attached to this. You know what I'm saying? And I realized that from that reel when we first started pod, and a lot of the comments under there was like, "Oh, you need to stay out of Memphis business. You need to stay out of Memphis business."
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
I'm like, nigga, this shit was nationwide. What the fuck you mean stay out of Memphis business, you country bumpkins? And these niggas, so Govan finds himself not guilty on all the charges. Now this nigga wanna, and when he got found guilty, he was the most humbling. And you're supposed to play your part in court. So, he wasn't aggressive in any of the interviews after the verdict was read and shit like that. He was crying, thanking God for the second chance for him to be a father and all of this shit. Now this nigga online threatening podcasters and people who was actually covering the case when when Dolph died and as it developed in court, things like that. And he has to go to No Jumper. either today or tomorrow, because this happened 2 days ago. And he was on IG Live with another podcaster go by the name of Seti Nash. Shout out to Seti. I fuck with him. I've been fucking with him for a minute. But he was on IG Live with Seti, and Seti was really trying to give him respect, even though the people who did the work, the people who have been following this, know that this nigga's supposed to be guilty on all charges. However, you're out. So Seti tried to keep it cordial with him and things like that, and he code switched from courtroom stand up number one dad to the number one suspect out here again. Like, man, nigga, I don't respect none of that shit you were doing, nigga. Tying a nigga into the case, trying to say I had something to do with that shit. Did that in the third. And then he was basically trying to tell him, bro, what we were doing was reacting and using our common sense to the evidence that was presented. Like, if we want to keep it real, we know your ass wagged. Whichever way your lawyer played it, good job for him, because it's a good outcome for you. But let's not act like you an innocent man that just got dragged through this bullshit for nothing, nigga. Like, if we finna be honest, a murder vehicle was found right across the street from your house. So, like, nigga, let's not play like you're just so far away and you were just done wrong and all this shit. And then he was, nah, y'all, I don't respect y'all. Y'all did the police work for niggas like you. I slap when I see. I slap when I see. So he was like, nigga, let's not go there. And then so Seti started popping his shit, because Seti a crip, all that shit. He started popping his shit. Govan then said, I'm going to be out in your area in 4 days, meaning LA. And he was like, I bet you when you get to LA, you won't drop your location. I bet you when you get to LA, you will not make it known that you're in LA. And I find that, I mean, I feel like this is a trick bag, because this nigga don't give a damn, meaning Govan. Seti, bro, you got all this shit to lose. If this nigga come to LA and drop his location and anything happens to him that you don't even have to be a part of it. If anything happens to this man, you gonna be the first nigga to be looked at, because you threatening him online. You were then going behind that saying, oh, if I pay niggas, like, they gonna get the job done. I pay niggas to paint niggas and all of this. Like, bruh, I get you not gonna let another man disrespect you and this your platform and all that. But how far can the cap go? Like, I don't believe that you're gonna pay anybody to do anything to this man, and you shouldn't. If we're just gonna be 100% honest here, you shouldn't, nigga, because you have built your platform to where it is not supporting your lifestyle, nigga. That's the goal just for a lot of people. Now you're rising in the ranks when it comes to like hip hop broadcasters and being one of the first to break news or like very critical information in the culture and shit like that. Like, you are one of those people. Why would you throw all of that away? Because a nigga who wish he was in your position is tricking you out of it by trying your quote unquote gangster. I don't like that shit. Like, I follow Seti. I know that he used to be into that, and he's still a part of the Rolling 60s, but he don't operate in no gang member activity, gang banger activity, I'm gonna say. Like, nigga, you are, first of all, you were a truck driver, which then turned content creator, which is much respected by you coming from the streets. And that's hats off to you. But why then let your ego fuck around and trick you out of all that hard work you had to do to get where you at? Nigga, I know how hard it is, nigga. I'm still in the grind mode of having that notoriety and trust with an audience that they automatically I'm the first person that they gonna come to when they looking for commentary on this. I want to see how Rocket gonna react to this. I want nigga, if I build that trust, that's way too much work to then fuck around and throw it away by something as petty as a nigga talking about, oh, I slap you if I see you. All right, nigga. Like, if it was something like detrimental to you as a person, like if you had a gay rumor or something like that, I would expect you to be more passionate towards that than this nigga. It just don't seem right. But now he doing the dumb shit. He threatening all the broadcasters and everybody that got down covered the case that had him implemented as part of this. And we like, nigga, you about the slowest nigga ever to walk this earth, nigga. I promise you, this nigga here slow as hell. Ain't no way in hell I'd be threatening anybody. And no, man, fuck all that. Fuck all that. Oh. Hello, this is Ready to Be Accountable, as you can see. Short guy's not here with us today. You know, obligations he had to attend to. I'm here accompanied by the lovely Ratchet Hippie, the world's greatest producer.
I can't do it. Hi, guys.
Oh, with your voice. Got to drink some tea.
I've tried. I just gotta.
Well, you
stop.
sound better than yesterday.
Yeah, I just gotta keep resting and stop talking. However, I don't think that's gonna be possible because all next week I have nothing but meetings, and so I'm like after this, I'm going to try to just not talk.
Yeah,
like, honestly,
I feel you. I understand. Well, we still gonna do a bullshit of the week.
Okay.
We don't have to have it like structured, but yeah, let's get to
let's
the bullshit of the week.
Yo. Rocky. I just think they all need to die. Why the fuck you lying? You on some bullshit.
All right, well, this week's bullshit is going to bitches I keep saying don't deserve rights. Oh my God. These bitches don't deserve rights. They don't deserve the decency of a human being. I believe having decency for another human being is a right as well. You know, because if you a piece of shit, you just a piece of shit. These examples make it very hard. Let's watch the first one we got up here.
Back in his car seat. Oh my God. Here's where we're at. Obviously.
Yeah.
You barely could step out of the car.
Yeah.
You just dropped your son.
Yeah.
You're driving all over
I'm
the
just
road.
like 5 minutes away from here. That's it.
You're impaired.
I'm like 5 minutes away from where
It
I'm
doesn't
at.
matter to me. You just
Yeah,
dropped
that
your
is
son.
true. Yeah.
You just dropped your son.
I'm just 5 minutes away from home.
Listen, I'm asking you if you feel sobriety exercise with me. Is that yes or no?
Yeah, I can do it.
All right. You just dropped him. Medics are already on
Very
their way.
understandable.
Okay. Obviously, I don't want to. Absolutely. Do what you put yourself.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been a little bit tonight.
I know.
But my house is like 10
Can we do this?
away.
Can we work this out?
Yeah.
All right. Make sure you're counting out loud.
Start from one. Let's start
Wherever
from
you're
one.
at. Continue where you're at.
All right. 3. Shit, I don't know. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm not even thinking about my kids right now. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Keep your eyes closed, and I want you to say alphabet from A to Z.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been so it's unable to like focus like right here in the same spot. You see, I'm moving.
I know.
So I
Close your
don't know what to tell you, man. I feel like the worst mother ever, bro.
Go to my back seat.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. You are going to jail. We put him back in his car seat. Oh my God.
Dog. I understand that people go through points in their lives, okay? But that's not going to negate when you put the lives of babies at risk like that. You was a risk before this police officer ever pulled you over because of the state that you're in. He had to tell you to put your baby back in the baby seat. So was you actually driving with the baby out of the, like, what? I don't get this shit, bruh. I really don't. Like, y'all, bruh, y'all cape so much that this behavior, and I'm not speaking towards any specific gender. I'm saying y'all as the black culture. Y'all cape so much for the unexcusable behavior that be exhibited by some of us. And y'all want to find every excuse to place in front of this shit other than accountability. And that pisses me off. Because you then have situations like this where innocent babies are just in a high percentage of danger just by waking up because of who the fuck their parent is. This is crazy as fuck. This bitch.
It was really sad.
Dog, I don't understand this shit at all. I don't understand this shit at all, bro. But
it looked like she even had 2 children in the car, actually. So she had one toddler because they were hanging out the car
correct.
when the car window was down. And she had the baby with her. And then we was like, put the baby in the baby seat. She just like kind of turned around and like kind of dropped him in the seat. So she had 2 children. One, obviously, up front with her, directly in the path of an airbag. Wild. Fucking wild.
This man can't even crawl yet.
Right.
And you...
But this is a sad account. I'm grateful for the officers who seen her.
Yes.
Obviously, if she impaired mom, she drops her. Well, I don't know if like the Florida mom pulled over for DL, so she was pulled over. So obviously, she was driving recklessly enough for a police officer to notice and pull her over. I'm happy that for her sake and the sake of everyone else that was on the road, that she did get pulled over and then she did get put in jail. And then on top of that, like you're breastfeeding your child, you are so drunk that you are fucked up, and you're gonna sit there and give your infant son the same like the alcohol. That's why you pump and dump. You know what I'm saying? Alcohol is metabolized in your breast milk. If you don't know that, alcohol metabolizes in your breast milk. So if you drink and you give your child that you are essentially letting your child drink as well.
Jesus Christ. Bro, but again, we have these type of people who are protected by there's no perfect parent. No, but there's a safe parent. There is a parent that's ideal, and there are plenty of parents, let me say that are safe, that love their kids enough to make sure that their environment is safe, that love their kids enough that if I do need to drink, if I do need to smoke crack, if I do need to shoot my heroin, I am responsible enough to have my kids in the best protection that I feel as a mother. Whether that's my mother, whether that's my best friend, whether that's their father, whoever. They will be out of my care, and then I will responsibly or irresponsibly get inebriated to cope with whatever the fuck I need to cope with.
And where was she at I know I'm jumping the gun, but I'm just thinking, like, where were you at that you guys so drunk and then they let you drive home? They let you drive home with them babies like that.
Oh my. Yeah, you don't have any good friends.
Or family.
Or all of y'all are just this fucking
whoever
retarded.
you was with didn't give a fuck either.
Nobody.
Not give a fuck. Because if you're that fucking drunk, how you even get the babies in the goddamn... I'm trying to figure out, was the baby ever in the car seat? Did she pull the baby out the car seat while the baby was crying? She was like, oh, you know what? Let me whip my titty out in the middle of traffic. Were you on the highway? Were you on a side street? Like, there's too many questions to be had. Then you don't even have no fucking clothes on. Man. Look at you. You know what? Let me stop. Let me stop even about looks. This is just sad. This is sad. This is sad.
Crazy.
This is sad.
That is crazy. And as crazy as that is, unfortunately, this is not uncommon theme of behavior. Let's watch this next one.
You and your kid, because y'all think this is a joke, you can go. Either you sit down or...
All right, kid. Because I'm a mother first, and I'm a bad bitch immediately after. Yeah. Clap that. Clap that.
We can't do this.
Clap that.
We cannot do this.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Carter. That's my bad ass.
Look, you don't tell me what to do.
That's my bad.
You're not my mom.
That's my bad, son. I'm sorry. We getting kicked out, bro. We getting kicked out. Yo, bro, sit down. Sit down. Bro, sit down. It's your bad ass. It's hot in there.
I just feel like...
Carter. Sit down. You wilding out, bro. Sit down. I'm sorry. Excuse my badass kid. He's just a boy. Right, Papa? Say I'm just a boy.
I'm just a boy.
I'm just a boy.
I'm just a boy.
Yeah, come on. Oh, no, come on.
It's all right. We gonna throw an extra tip in here.
No.
We gonna throw an extra tip in here.
No. You want him to sit on your lap or something? Like,
Hell no.
okay,
Hell
so
no.
If he break anything, you won't have to pay for it.
No. And I have no money for him. And I have no money for him.
I got money.
You got your own money? This baby crashed for real. That baby crashed for real.
Jump in on the couch.
Bad.
Pillow fight.
Cause I'm a mother first, and I'm a bad bitch. Tell her to do your mother here, right?
See what I'm saying? It's not an uncommon theme of behavior.
You found 2 videos. That does not make this common. Don't put that on us.
No, trust me, it's not even the majority. What I'm saying is, for this toxic demographic that seems to have one of the most powerful influences on the internet, this is what breeds that. Like, you get rewarded for this shit outside. Like, she's preparing to be in the first girl situation. Because I doubted that you walked to the damn hair salon. I doubt that if you're that intoxicated, you sound like that, you're not safe to be on the road. You're not safe to be on the road. Not only that, now you got your unhinged, badass son that you are bragging on. Fuck that you won't correct right now. You're bragging on the fact that this nigga is unruly and disrespectful, with no regards for anything around him, much less even respect for his elders. What the fuck? But we'll sit there, oh, you can't goddamn do this. Like, let somebody goddamn pop his little ass, and you're going to be ready to goddamn, you're going to be ready to risk your freedom at that point and swear that you're justified for your reaction. You're not. You gag like you are really sitting up in here and training a fucking baby grizzly to be destructive, disrespectful, unruly, and reckless. Because unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that at the minimum, you do have a certain amount of followers, certain amount of people who like to see the ratchetness and the, oh, this how my son gonna be. No, this is the problem. This is the fucking problem right here. You have people who will actually follow you. Now, yeah, majority is gonna watch for the crash out, but you got people who identify with you. Yeah, when I take my son out to eat, I get 3 Patrons and a Don Julio. What? Why? Why would you do that? I know my limit. Till your ass get pulled over. Or you are in the wrong area and you got one of these Karens or whatever you want to call them, white folks that's too in your business. Notice that you're not in the right mind state to be making sure that a child is 100% safe at this point. You out here letting this, you would be the type to go in the store and let your son run around and pull all the shit down off the racks. But will get mad if somebody come to you and be like, can you get your son? Or maybe restrain your son because he's being destructive and you ready to flip. Don't put your hands on my son. Don't do all. You better take your motherfucking hands off. You are ready to go full crash out mode about behavior that you're not even checking, but that doesn't check out in the real world. That shit does not check out in the real world, bitch. You can't go to any store, and that's why we know your ass will never have the luxury of being a, how should I say this? A regular at buying things that are considered high class, top tier. You cannot walk in the Louis Vuitton store and have that animal with you without a leash on that motherfucker. That motherfucker need a muzzle and a leash when he out with you. You wouldn't be able to walk in a store that has high-end furniture or that is exclusive or anything. No, hell to the fuck no. And you sitting up here talking about, oh, we gonna give you a tip. We gonna give you a tip. But then quickly say, oh, no, I ain't got no money for him if he breaks something in here. The cappery. And let's talk about the cappery. That little cap you had on your head. This is what I'm talking about right here. This is what I'm talking about. We got to stop this everybody beautiful. Everybody's a bad bitch. No. Hell no, bitch. At all. That cap on your head looked like it reeked of black cigarettes, Hennessy, weed, backwoods, and unruly outside. Like, that's just all that little stocking cap. I know her goddamn shop was reeking with that shit. Just all, oh my God. It's just like this. This is why I really just stay away from that part of town. I do my damnness to stay away from that part of town. I ain't even gonna lie to you. My mama still stay down there. I go down there and they check up on her, whatever she need, whatever. But hell no. Hell no. I don't want to stop to get no gas around that bitch. I don't want to shop around that bitch. Hell no, because behaviors like this just get up under my skin. And if you that damn brazen, you'll be able to read my face to know I'm goddamn very curious why nobody is out here with tranquilizer yet. Somebody need to tranquilize this hippo. These motherfuckers be and they dangerous. Very dangerous. This is why I don't let my kids go and spend the night everywhere. Nah. Again, I don't like y'all, so I ain't really too apt to want to meet everybody. No. Hell no. Then I don't think that a lot of people take the time, care, awareness, and like best situational actions, like to even make sure that the kid is just safe. Now you finna have my kid over there with your kid on some mischievous shit. But he letting my kid know, nah, over here you can do whatever. Shit, my mama got there, she ain't gonna care. She ain't finna come out here and check on us. She don't give a damn. No, that's not what we're gonna do. Now they around here with goddamn knives and shit. And matches. Running around the damn house and you wonder why your living room burnt up. Burnt up living room. Crazy as hell, man. I got eradicate. I don't wish no good. God don't need to come and say no, no, no. Just bye. Bye. The devil, this is where you reside. Ain't enough prayer in the world to change that spirit. Hell no. What's the next link we got up here, Ratchet Hip? Yeah. Okay. I like this. I like this because again, it shows the heights in which streamers and podcasters, content creators can take their overall brand. Let's watch this shit.
Yeah, we finna fuck they player. No touchdowns, no layups. We in the league, stay up. He need to get his weight up. They finna see his win.
Hold on. That's the wrong picture. Hold on. Stop the music. What's her name again? Is it Fitbit? Hold on, yeah, wrong picture. This shit ain't gonna be I'm sorry. I don't know. What's her name again? Somebody hit me in my ear. Oh, your name Fitbit. We had the wrong picture. I'm sorry.
What picture did you put?
It was another girl. It's not cheating, though. I'm sorry. You want to say something to the chat? Come on up.
Hi, chat. It's Fitbit here. Let the games begin.
All right. That way.
Okay.
Yeah, it got a comedic flair to it, like a little.
So what is this show?
This is DDG's show.
Obviously, what is it?
Oh, it's called "Who Is My Ball?" or Who Want to Be My Ball? Something about a ball.
Are You My Ball?
Are You My Ball? Yeah.
Do you know what it's about? Are You My Ball? What the fuck does that mean? I'm sorry, Auntie. Oh, now what the fuck does that mean?
So back a couple of months ago, I forgot what event it was. Was it Streaming University?
Yeah.
Somewhere. Anyway, they created that, your bitch now, the bitch you fucking with, your little ting, your side, not side, but, I'm fucking with her, is now considered a ball.
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
And that's just what they came up with. I don't know what the acronym stand for. I don't know if there's an acronym. I kind of get the sentiment. I think he explained it one time, when an athlete has the ball, they do whatever it is possible not to get it taken. Like, they protect it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Football, baseball, anything with a ball that's in athletics, you pretty much try to protect it. So,
Yeah, I got it.
and
Okay.
you know it's yours. You don't want nobody to have it.
You remember when they started calling people bae? I remember that shit. I remember when everybody hated that shit. Now everybody's bae.
Hey, hell yeah. But again, I like it because of where the content can take you. This nigga is literally on a stage, where the reunions are hosted. But in the back, it got the chat in the back.
Yeah.
And it's still alive. This is... Bruh, I don't be hating on this shit. I love to see the new levels that they take it to. Like when Aiden did the boxing shit. I was surprised. This shit is live streamed. These folks have big projectors where the chat is on there. It's really a thing. It's really a thing. When Kai had the Streaming University. Crazy. Funny Mike had the Streaming University prom. Crazy. These folks is really taking this shit to the new heights and really just showing us the future of this shit. Did you see how Kai got introduced in Fortnite? His character? Oh my God. You know the Sphere? And so they took over the Sphere and it had his character coming out. And, it revealed how it looked and had his weapon with him. And on everything, pretty much, it say AMP, it's stamped all over it. They gave him his own emote from that little dance he had, you know what I'm saying, beating on his chest, and they got down that little hippity hop. So they got down, put his little emote in there. It was fire. It was fire. I liked it. But again, it's just like, I guess to me, because it's almost like, damn, you could take over the sphere from content. You know what I'm saying? Like you got so many deals that Fortnite and gave you your own character, your own emote, and you're a big deal. Like you are one of the biggest deals. To the point that we took you from streaming in your bedroom and you got like really popular because of a rat ran in the back of your stream and everybody was goddamn like trying to shame you about it. Now you one of the biggest people on the planet to the point that Fortnite finds value in adding you inside of the game, which is finna be a big deal. I'm just, wow. That shit is just, it's inspiring to say the least. But shout out to DDG. I don't know how this show is going to turn out, but I'm glad that you got it going. Shout out to you. So, what's that next linko we have up here?
That was a lot.
That was a who?
I said, wow, that was a lot.
Oh. Well, you know, I know you can't talk like having to try to fill her in. All right. When I heard about this, I thought somebody was trying to be funny. I ain't know this shit was real. So apparently, Lil Nas X was locked up for walking the streets in his underwear at 4 in the morning. Let's see what's going on.
Cause my money ain't. Let me get this straight. Wait, I'm the rookie? But my features and my shows 10 times your pay. 50K for a verse, no album out.
Why my parents has shaped my character.
Nah. Hey, don't be late to the party tonight.
Where at?
You know where it's at. Nah, go ahead, babe. Nah. Go ahead, babe. Nah. Didn't I tell you to put the phone down? Uh-oh, somebody's gonna have to pay for that. Da. Hey, for everybody coming to the party. La. Yes, I am serving you. I am serving you. And you better be at that party tonight. Oh, yes. Yes. Pow. Yes. Yes, get my good side. Every side. Yes. Boom, cat, tow. Pow. Sean Bankhead. Nah. Hey.
What up?
Oh my God. Dog. This look like when you try heroin for the first time. This is what they did. This is that activity. Feel liberated enough to walk the streets in your undies and some cowboy boots. They look like the Beyonce concert joints you gotta get when you go to the Beyonce show. Cowboy boots and some underwear. Talking about coming to the party. I tell you, a lot of these folks, boy, they a little too late. The Diddy trial didn't happen. Y'all would have had a ball at goddamn Puffy House.
Please.
I ain't like,
no,
they're a little too late. They're a little too late.
It's obvious that he needs like help, and I do hope that
you
he
think
gets
that's
help
mental or was like just
yeah, I
under the
do.
influence?
No, I do. I think it was mental. I do. You know what a lot of people don't realize is that a lot of mental illnesses present themselves in a lot of different ways, especially with young Black men. A lot of mental illnesses do not present until, especially with Black men, until after they turn 18. You know what I'm saying? A lot of mental illnesses don't present themselves as, in a traditional sense until after something traumatic happens. Like they might have been predisposed to do it because of their genetic makeup, because a lot of mental health issues and a lot of mental diseases are, they're hereditary, actually. You know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of times something, trauma-induced, drug-induced, something like that, something very big happens, and that can split the psyche. And what happens too often than not is that it goes unreported in Black men because they're the least demographic to ask for help. You know what I'm saying? And when they do ask for help, they're diagnosed with different things or they're not being treated seriously. The same as with Black women. And so when you factor in fame, drugs, and alcohol and all that other things, I do think that, yes, he might have been under the influence, but we cannot negate the fact that he has a couple of times had issues in regards to mental health and instances like that. So you can't, and I'm not saying that every time somebody's drunk in public, it's a mental health crisis. Right. I'm saying let's not negate the fact that this is actually how it presents. And I could say that from personal experience. I know you say a lot of times, well, don't affect you until you see. I've literally seen it happen with 3 members of my immediate family. So I know exactly what this looks like.
Yeah. And you said he already had previous times with mental health.
Like he would express, dealings with like depression and things like that. So I'm not diagnosing anyone. I'm just saying.
No, I just thought he may have said that.
You're right. Yes. Okay. Yeah. And like his social media and stuff like that. So I'm just.
But if he knows this, I make him more.
You keep doing that. You always do that. That is the ableist thing that you always do. You always do that. And I keep telling you, I remain to tell you how ableist it is. Because even me myself, I know certain things. Like I can know them in my brain and still have the dysfunction to not do it. That is a mental health issue. Just because I know, and I know you're like, well, you know better. You should do better. You know how long it takes me to do better after I know better? And it's an ableist way of thinking. Like, oh, if you know, you should go get help. It is such an ableist way of thinking.
All right, I got 2 replies to that. The first one is that I wasn't about to go like, know better, you should do better. I was going to, and this is my second point, to because and you're fortunate enough to be in a position to have the resources to actually help that. I get what you're saying, but a lot of people are in that position and they don't have the resources.
Sometimes that makes it even worse because you do know. And you do have the resources, and you do you don't understand the diaspora that it is to know and still be unable to do that dysfunction. Because on top, matter of fact, that is something that I have to deal with on a regular basis because you will tear yourself apart because you do know. Do you know how much that hurts? Because you know, like I fucking know. And I know how to do it. And sometimes I've even done it before. And do you know how much you rip yourself? You are your own worst critic. I am so critical. If people heard how I talk to me, I have to actively stop my inner thoughts because it gets that. And I think because ignorance really is bliss. It's one thing to not know and then just be going. It's another thing to literally fucking know and still be unable to do. I wish I had the vocabulary to put it into words. But you are harder on yourself. And because it does feel stupid like that. It does feel like it should be that fucking easy. If you have the resources, you know what's wrong, you know what to do. All right? Okay? That fucks up somebody's mental.
I understand that, and I'm not negating that either. Um, okay, I'm not trying to, I guess, degrade the seriousness of this, but I just think, and this could just be me. I think that what you're describing as far as knowing and not doing is a common thing. To me, I don't look at that and then equate that with mental illness. I look at that and equate it with the everyday procrastinating human.
You know how you tell me it's so lovely that you have that train of thought. It's so lucky that you don't know what it feels like to understand that train of you tell me that all the time when it comes to like people on like I guess lower energy fields or whatever, or because I don't understand the plight of living in the ghetto or growing up on
Right.
that side. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how I feel about this right here. You are so lucky to not understand that it's not just and you would and see here's the thing, a lot of it it makes it feel like, oh, you're just procrastinating. Matter of fact, my entire life until I got my diagnosis, until I started taking my mental health seriously, because it's that I didn't just start going to therapy in my 30s. I've been going to therapy since I was a teenager. Okay. But my whole life I thought that, oh, I was lazy and I procrastinated and I did this, not knowing that like I literally have shit misfiring in my motherfucking brain, or sometimes shit like levels of different dopamines and it just doesn't do. You know what I'm saying? And I used to beat myself up the most about it because I didn't understand. It's just like, bitch, that's just procrastination. You're just lazy. You wait until the last minute. Da 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 da. And again, I will say to you that the same way you feel about me not understanding what it's like living, maybe in the bottom or whatever, or not understanding, a lot of these women that you keep coming across on social media or whatever. And I'm like, I don't understand that mindset. I just don't get it. That is exactly what this feels like right here. That's exactly what it is. And it's just like, you be so lucky that you don't know what that feels like.
Okay, and I get that. Would you say that just that what you described as far as knowing and not executing on it, would you agree that that is common in almost every human?
No.
All right. I just hear a lot, like especially when I was in the workforce, and like that was a lot of people's reading about themselves. Like, oh yeah, I could have been here. I just got lazy and shit. Just didn't do it. And that's why I say not trying to like take it off of mental health, but as common as I've seen it through my experience and things that I look at, I just equate that just to the procrastinating human being. Again, not trying to dilute the conversation about mental health at all, just that action.
Okay, well, that's your opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't argue. That's your opinion. That's just what you see. That's it. I mean, I can't argue that. Okay.
But all right, would you say there's procrastination in almost anything?
No. No, because there are type A people who do not procrastinate. There are type A people who that is not in their archetype whatsoever.
I think, and I think that those people usually are our high class.
No, because I know type A people who work blue collar jobs. I know type A people who are not in management. I know type A people. Just because you know how to keep a list doesn't mean that, you know what I'm saying, that one doesn't equal the other. No. Because, as a matter of fact, the most people who are like up there, whatever, you know what I'm saying, if you want to, the upper echelon, a lot of them march to the beat of their own drummers is what I'll say.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think my understanding of a lot of shit, even like, because to me that's why I asked, would you agree? And maybe thing on almost everything, because I could walk into a subway and you can have a crew full of people that's just procrastinating, that know exactly what they're supposed to be doing and they're not executing. And a lot of times people, or from what I've seen, let me speak from my view, that's that is always a factor and why they haven't reached their personal success or what they would perceive as success. And
No, I mean I understand. Okay, I understand that your point of view. Okay, well I won't say no, but okay, okay. I mean, but I also see a lot of people who say, "Oh, I make a lot of money the lazy way." Like I don't. It doesn't take me a lot of money. It does not take me a lot of brain power. It doesn't take me a lot of work to be able to make money. Just because I found a way to make money, I might have found the end. You know what I'm saying? There are people who make thousands of dollars just reselling shit they found at Ross. You know what I'm saying? Like it does not take me nothing, and I found a niche or whatever to be able to a little in. And that could be my own personal piece or whatever, but it means nothing to them. It takes me nothing.
I understand that too, and yeah, I see those as well. They're my algorithm shit, so I definitely see those.
I'm not even talking about algorithm. I'm just talking about like because I work with a lot of brands. As a matter of fact, like I'm looking at the brands that I'm working with right now. I work with 9 brands. One of our smallest brands. Like before I went to like I never even fucking heard of them. These motherfuckers make millions of motherfucking dollars doing fucking nothing. I can't disclose. I'm just letting you know it's out there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of businesses that you don't think that people are making a lot of money. I used to work for a man downtown who was a multi motherfucking millionaire. You wouldn't know it by looking at him because he owns a little smoke shop. You would have no idea this motherfucker's a goddamn multi-millionaire.
I get that, but I was because there's many ways that he could have inherited it.
He didn't.
All right, so if he actually worked for it, even though it may seem like nothing, consistency had to happen for that to pay off for him. Now, yeah, we do got a lot of lucky motherfuckers like, oh, this is my first time rapping and my shit blow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a lot of those stories, but at the rate that continuously breeds that result is very low. A lot of what breeds that success is knowing what to do and doing it. Like, I'm still on just trying to just trying to paint that picture to let you know where I'm having a hard time categorizing procrastination with again, I'm not diluting the mental illness. It's just that trait alone doesn't scream.
No, I didn't say that it did. Did I say that? Is that where this is coming from?
Yeah. Because
did I say that that's all it does? Is that it comes directly from mental health and that's it?
That's the question I was asking. Because see, I had asked, do you think that majority of people know what to do? All right, the majority of people that know what to do and don't execute would be labeled like just regular procrastinators, or do you think that is mental health? And you was like, yeah, I think that's a mental health thing. That's how we got into this whole.
Oh, well, then maybe I misunderstood you from the get-go, and you're just trying to get out. Okay, because you lost me in the sauce right there. I do apologize. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I didn't mean to make
yeah.
you take it around the world and back again.
Oh no, it's
I
fine.
apologize.
I'm glad we got a understanding because maybe again what you understood, and how you were, giving your side of the information was 100% correct to what you understood. But I wasn't asking. That I was just like, because I know a lot of people who procrastinate.
Right, but see, procrastinating and then having an executive dysfunction are two separate things, and I think that's where we got our wires crossed.
Yeah.
Because executive dysfunction is knowing what to do and literally not being able to do it. Not like in a physical sense, like I don't have the physical sense to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you could become in a functional freeze. A functional freeze, that's a mental health issue right there. Like for instance, let me ask you a question. If you decided, just answer the question. Like if you decided, I'm going to get up at 11:05 and I'm gonna get up at 11:05 and wash the dishes. If you look back at the clock and it's 11:07, are you still gonna get up?
Yes.
Yes. Me, I would not. I would have been like, "Oop, I missed it. Now I gotta wait back around. I am now in a functional freeze. Like now I gotta wait." Like if I had an appointment at 11 o'clock, I get up at 9 o'clock. Even though I'm pittering around, I can't do anything until that time. This is why I'm such a stickler about time. This is also why I know exactly how long it takes me to get somewhere. No matter where I'm going, I know exactly how long. If I leave my house at 11:07, I know I'll get to my job at 11:21. I know that because I know which routes I take and I know which way I go. You know what I'm saying? Like I've done it like that. So let's say I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna start something at 11 o'clock. If I look at my phone and it's 11:03, now I gotta wait till 12. That's a freeze. That's what I'm talking about. Procrastination is literally just putting something off. It's just delaying it. Not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But though an executive dysfunction or a functional freeze and procrastination, those are different things. And I think that's where our wires got crossed in the beginning.
Okay, and could it be because the behaviors are similar in both situations? So like the executive functional freeze?
Oh yeah, executive dysfunction or functional freeze.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
I understand that is a real portion of mental health that doesn't allow you to actually complete the action that's supposed to come along with it. Just like procrastination, if viewed from people who don't know what's going on, will look like the same thing. Knowing what to do. Again, we can take it to a job. If you know that we'll use time, 11 o'clock, you're supposed to have all the hallways clean. And you look at it and it's 11:03 and you are just like halfway done with the first of four, let's say. From the average person on the outside, that the actions that were displayed, because neither one of them are done, they're not completed, and you look to not be doing anything towards that, could be viewed the same. You know what I'm saying? You see?
I mean, yes, yes.
I was just that because you know more about it than me, but I didn't want to be disrespectful as far as like.
I understand. Oh no, I mean, yeah, I could definitely, again, because when you, like you said, your example was if you don't know, doesn't it look the same? And my answer to that is yes, because like I said, until I was diagnosed, and again, I didn't learn these terminologies until I started actually paying attention in therapy, because I got to a point where I literally could not function. I got to a point where I couldn't function, and I would go in my doctor's office and cry every single day. Not like, oh, I went to the doctor like once a week or two. Every day, I had to go see my therapist every day for 30 days. And what was it, 2022, I think, in January, because I couldn't function. And I was about to lose my shit. And I was like, I just want to be able to function. That's it. And so I started taking my mental health seriously, and you learn some things, and I had to grieve certain things. I had to grieve a past life of myself. I had to grieve, and I had to give myself grace on things that I didn't know about my own self. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it just looked like I used to call myself the queen procrastinator. Because like I would know that I could wait until the night before an assignment and still get it done. And you know what I'm saying? Like it turned out perfectly. Like if I had spent 3 weeks on it or some shit. Like, and I would always wait till the last minute because I knew that I could and I could still produce results.
I get it.
Little did I know that was a little hit of dopamine that I needed because I have ADHD. But I could definitely understand from people who do not either know, because who's gonna know? Who's gonna be like, oh, and that's again what ableist is, because you would look at somebody who looks like me and you wouldn't think that I had narrow mental disability.
Right.
I got all the motherfucking acronyms. But because I can function in society, I have a job, I take care of my kids, I have a house, I got cars, you know what I'm saying? I'm not in jail, I'm not on drugs, I don't do, you know what I'm saying? I'm a functional member of society, you know what I'm saying? You could not look at me and tell me that I'm disabled, but I am disabled. And that's what I mean about like ableism and stuff, because no, not all the time. Matter of fact, I just found out that I'm on the autism spectrum. That diagnosis hasn't been out, but for like, it's been less than a year that I found that out. Because not only does it present itself differently in Black people, it presents itself differently in Black women. So I had to give myself grace and grieve the person who I thought that I was, and who society told me I was, who my family told me I was, who I told myself I was.
Yes.
So yeah, I could definitely understand. It's not all the time. You want to say people need to have blinkers and stuff like that, and I know it's a joke, but not all the time can you see on the outside what mental illness looks like on the inside. It's walking around every fucking day, and it's not scary. It might be foreign, and you might be, I mean, I know you're scared of the unknown, because a lot of people they get scared over like outbursts and stuff like that. I could definitely understand. I could definitely understand. People are scared of the dude that's, on the subway, who's talking to himself, who's dirty and whatnot. And, he's talking in different voices. People are scared of him. He has no idea there's something wrong with him. But it doesn't always look like that. Sometimes it's your boss who was lucky enough to be able to manage their psychosis and be able to be on schizophrenia medication or something like that. Maybe it's your doctor who is bipolar.
I get that. I just, I know there are certain situations that a person could be in as to why, even after they find out, there's no action to like correct it. Because like that's exactly what I heard when it came to you. Like you didn't like the results that you were presenting in your reality, and you sought out help to the point that you discovered these things. You could have also played the card like, well, I don't know, and ain't nothing wrong with me.
I did.
And I understand, but what I'm saying is you got to a point, luckily, but you got there to a point where you wanted to actually seek out an answer for why things were turning out the way they were turning out. Am I right in that? Like,
Right, but I'm saying I'm not the only one. Plenty of people do, which is why they can lead successful lives and be doctors and lawyers and bankers and stuff like that.
I'm going for the ones that do not.
Because obviously they don't have, like, not, hello? Like, again, that's ableist. Like, you're saying that everyone should be able to get to a point where, oh, you're going to hit, if that was the point, then there would be no crackers, there would be no, all this stuff that happens. If you had enough, if everyone had I don't even want to call it willpower or want or need or, you know what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't have that epiphany. Everyone doesn't have a family who would stand behind them.
That's why I say, luckily, when I was describing that you got to a certain point, because now you're describing like what happens when you can't make it to that next point. You're describing the gray area in the middle, and I understand that, and that's why I made sure to say luckily, because yes, you at least had someone in your corner. If it wasn't an entire village, you had someone in your corner who recognized it. You were luckily not to be put in certain positions to where when you didn't know that there were not so favorable outcomes, and like you had the space and grace to then finally reach a point where you're like, no, I need to. So all of that is by the grace of God and all of the good energy that your universe had created for you, so that you could get to a point to then take control. But yes, I definitely understand all of that because we see it every day.
Right.
We see that all of that, we see that every day. When certain people get pulled over by the cops. Now it's a whole thing because they're going through a time. They're expressing they going through whatever they're going through, and it's not understood by the cop. It's technically going against the law, but all of that could have been very much like not even a part of the situation if, again, a lot of people, especially the people who are in charge to protect us, are equipped with this knowledge. Like, it's ugly, but it's true. And that's what I'm saying. When you're luckily make it to that position or to that time where you're equipped with this now.
Yeah.
And you still go forward and not do anything about it. That is when I say, okay, you didn't take yourself seriously enough to want to be taken serious. You get kind of what I'm trying to say there?
I mean, I've always gotten what you said.
Okay, well, that's why that's kind of my view on that. And again, I know that goes through a lot of variables to get there. But once you are at the point where, hey, you are diagnosed with this, you had this all of this time, this explains a lot of what's going on with here. From that point, and you walking out with that knowledge, knowing, okay, I got this, I got this, I got this. I have to attend to that to be able to be in society and not be a threat, not be perceived as such anyway. Because, not a threat, but people can look at different things and feel a kind of way. So that's kind of where I put the responsibility back on the individual, because you were lucky enough to make it here. A lot of people in that space don't get lucky enough to make it here and never find out. You were lucky enough to do it and you didn't take advantage of that moment. And that turns into unfavorable situations, unfortunately. But this can wrap it up. This will be another episode of Ready to Be Accountable. We'll see y'all next week. Yeah. Cheerio. Yeah. Yes.